So here's a fragrance that's been popular for some time now. This one by the brand Mancera is called Instant Crush. People have been saying that this fragrance smells like Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Throughout the course of today's video, I'm going to be telling you if I agree with that sentiment, and just generally speaking, how do I feel about this fragrance? I'm excited to give you my thoughts, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my fragrance review of Instant Crush by Mancera, and I tell you all about this fragrance, what it smells like, the performance, does it actually smell like Baccarat Rouge 540? If so, is this a good alternative given the fact that it is actually cheaper? I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to enable all notifications by clicking on the bell. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you take something of value from today's episode. Now, when you take a look at the note breakdown, there are certainly a lot of ingredients in here that would make you feel like, wait a second, is this going to be similar to Baccarat Rouge? The amberwood, the vanilla, the saffron, but this one is also quite different. There's orange, there's sandalwood, there's a lot of ingredients that are not listed in the note breakdown for Baccarat Rouge. I also want to mention that if you're interested in purchasing this fragrance, you may do so at Olfactory Factory. They did not send this bottle to me, I acquired it through my own means, but they do currently have it for a really good price. So I would check them out. Great customer service, really fast shipping, and the prices are really good. So I'm gonna link them down below. I hope you have the opportunity to check them out. So here we have a lot of vanilla. You do get a little bit of this cotton candy vibe that you also get from Baccarat Rouge. A lot of that is ethyl maltol. It kind of gives it like this cotton candy floss vibe. In any case, I'm excited to get in more detail regarding the smell. Let's start things off with the presentation. So in the opening, the first thing you're gonna notice is the sweetness of this fragrance. There's actually a really nice hearty dose of vanilla, and the vanilla is paired with sandalwood for a really nice effect, in my opinion. So the sandalwood is on the sweeter side of things, so as soon as you smell it, you're gonna be like, wait a second, this is a gourmand, and it definitely does give off those gourmand tendencies, which I'm personally a fan of that. I love my gourmand fragrances. As long as it's not like a juvenile sweetness, I mess with it, right? So this one, it has that vanilla. It also has like a spicy kick to it. And the more that I wore this one, and the more that I kept coming back to it, the more I realized that that spice is on account of saffron. Now, saffron can give a fragrance a very exotic feel. Saffron is also used to give a fragrance like a leathery feel. And what I think it does is it adds to the density of the fragrance. Now, whenever I think of Baccarat Rouge 540, I think of the grandiflorum jasmine from Egypt, or was it Morocco? I do think of the bitter almond that's used in the extrait version. I do think of the moss that is in the base. There's actually a little bit of moss, but then there is also this kind of ambroxan, like cotton candy feel. And this fragrance does actually have all of those and then some. I believe there is jasmine in this fragrance, so it does have a lot of those ingredients minus the almond because, you know, that's in the extrait version, and I think this is fashioned more closely around the original, if I'm not mistaken. But this fragrance does kind of stand on its own two legs. It does its own thing. I don't think that this is a clone or a carbon copy of Baccarat Rouge 540 in any way, but I certainly do pick up on the similarities. It's funny to think how many fragrances out there kind of possess this Baccarat Rouge 540 quality. Of course, you have Ariana Grande's Cloud, you have Spirito Fiorentino by Tiziana Terenzi. So many fragrances. Number 4, Après l'Amour, I believe it's called, by Thomas Kosmala. There's so many fragrances that give off this Baccarat Rouge vibe. And what I like about this fragrance is that it has the woods, you get the sandalwood, you get a hearty dose of the vanilla, and the saffron up on top is a really nice addition to the fragrance, and it kind of diversifies the notes that you're going to get from it, and it just adds a layer of uniqueness to it, which I really appreciate. Now, it's hard to say that this is sweeter than Baccarat Rouge. I don't think it is. I think this one is denser than Baccarat Rouge. You smell it, and it doesn't smell as airy and as ethereal as Baccarat Rouge does. And I didn't mean to make this a comparison video, but I think by bringing up Baccarat Rouge, I can sort of assist in describing this one, especially for those who have tried Baccarat Rouge, so it helps to paint a clearer, more concrete picture. But nevertheless, you are going to get a lot of vanilla. That cotton candy vibe is in here as well. There is an underlying freshness, but it's kind of drowned out by those other sweeter notes. The sandalwood is in here, it has a nice touch. There's a little bit of orange in the opening. You're really not going to get a whole lot of it, to be honest. And the jasmine that's in here is also very mild. I feel like the sweet elements of the fragrance really dominate. And I think if you're looking for a fragrance that is in the same family as those other fragrances that I mentioned, and something that can be worn for similar occasions, I think Instant Crush is a great pick. And also, Mancera and Montal fragrances are known for their longevity. So you know that you're putting on a Montal, you're gonna get 12 plus hours, 10 plus hours, and that's certainly the case with Instant Crush. So many Manceras just give me unbridled longevity and projection. Red Tobacco, Holidays, Sicily, even Cedrat Boisé. So the performance of many Montal and Mancera fragrances is amazing. And the reason I mentioned Montal is because it's a sister company to Mancera. In any case, thank you for listening. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, I don't know if this is the most unique fragrance on the planet, and I say that given its comparison to these other Baccarat Rouge and Baccarat Rouge type fragrances, but it still does its own thing, and I can certainly appreciate that. It's a lot denser, it's a lot richer, and perhaps even spicier, and not as ethereal as Baccarat Rouge 540. Overall smell, I think you're getting a lot of people to turn heads, right? I think you're gonna get complimented. It is a mass appealing DNA. There's nothing challenging about it. Longevity, 10 hours. Projection, great for the first hour and a half of application. Sat closer to the skin at the 7-hour mark. Versatility, every season except for the summer, in my opinion. The sweetness can be a little bit overwhelming in the summertime. You can wear this one casually or clubbing because of that fun, upbeat, lighthearted, sweet feel. But then there's something very special and niche about it that would make you want to wear it formally as well. It will definitely turn heads, and I think it's pretty versatile in that regard. Totally unisex. I can see somebody older enjoying this one because of the spice and the sandalwood. I can see somebody who's younger enjoying this one because of the sweetness. In terms of the presentation, the name, I guess that says a lot in terms of how quickly you'll fall in love with this fragrance, Instant Crush, especially if you're a fan of that BR540 DNA. I think there's a very strong chance that you'll really like this one. And I do like the fade from gold to transparent from top to bottom. My final verdict on this fragrance is if you want a niche fragrance that has a tendency of leaning on the affordable side of things, you're a fan of Baccarat Rouge 540, but you're trying to imagine what it would smell like had it been a little denser, a little richer, a little more complex, not as ethereal, with a touch of spice, definitely check out Instant Crush by Mancera. And like I said, Olfactory Factory has it for a good price at the moment. I'm gonna leave their information down below. First link in the description box, definitely make sure to check it out and take advantage of the really good price. Thank you so much for watching. That was my review of Instant Crush by Mancera. If you own or have tried this fragrance, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to support the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, give it a thumbs up. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.